Morning, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and I'm coming to you this morning about the Gypsy Made Simple. And what I'm going to show you today is, you can see this heading, is I outlined it with the wonderful Cricut pens. I shouldn't say Cricut pens, you know, the Cricut markers. And it's neat in how you have to do it, but I want you to be able to understand how to do it with your Gypsy and what you have to do. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside, and what I'm going to outline also is the umbrella. Now, as you can see on my Gypsy, all I have on there is the umbrella. What you would do is you would hit cut, okay, and all that's there is the umbrella. As you can see, I'm going to put the Gypsy aside. I am going to change my pressure to 3. Load my mat. Now I've already got the Cricut marker in, but you'll see me take it out. I'm loading my mat, and this is so cool. Hit cut, and instead of cutting, of course, what it's going to do is it's going to draw. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now at this point, I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer so you can see. Is you get a little sheet of paper and you stick underneath that marker. The reason why you do that is most of the time you're going to end up dropping it. And if you don't protect your paper, it's going to mark all over on your paper. You take out the marker. Be sure to put the cap back on because you don't want to dry it out. Remove your paper and see what I mean? Look at the little marks I left. Now granted, this is the second time I've changed it on that. Then you put your blade housing back in and make sure that the little arrow is pointed forward so you can see what pressure you have it set on. Otherwise, it's difficult to do that, okay? And as you can see, I have my blade set on a number 6. So I've got pretty hard pressure on here. Tighten it. Change your pressure back to what you would normally cut with. And I'm cutting a heavy cardstock, so I'm using a pressure of 6 also. But the important thing is, now, look at your Gypsy. On your Gypsy, it's going to say cutting is complete. Do you want to unload the mat or return to the design? Return to the design. Hit that. Go back, hit your cut button. Now, of course, you're not going to unload the mat. You're just going to leave it. Hit your little cut. And then it's okay because we've already changed our pressure. And it should take off now. I gotta back up. Oops, sorry. Had to back up the camera real fast there so we didn't lose it. Isn't this cool? Now wait till you see how nicely it outlines it. And that's done. Unload our mat. Now remember, I'm going to have another piece that's going to be colors on the umbrella. And look at that, how it's outlined. Isn't that just too awesome? Can you see it? I think you can. Oh, is that beautiful? Look at that. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? How it's outlined perfectly. It's just perfect. I love it. Now if I can only get it off the mat. Of course, I don't use the spatula, you know, like you're supposed to. But look at that perfect outline on there. Now, all I have to do is then make my top of my umbrella, and it's good to go. Isn't it awesome? See how you've got just a nice outline there? It looks like it's been inked up, but of course it hasn't. And there's cut lines between each one of these, as you can see. See? But we're not going to worry about that because we're going to add the little different colors. And I picked out, oh, you got to see the color now that I've got you on here. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? All these polka dots. Because at the beach, what I like about the beach is so many colorful things. Anyway, that's it for this morning. Blade is already back in, so everything's good to go. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. Whoops, oops, 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 oops. Look at me, knocking the camera over. Thank you for joining us with the Gypsy Made Simple. Bye now.